Good morning and a warm welcome to the students of Srimati R.S. Kalaria Primary School English Medium Junagadh. My name is Rajshri Lakhani and today I am going to teach you Standard 8 subject Social Science chapter number, that is chapter 8, and the name of the chapter is Role of the Parliament in a Democratic Country. Now this chapter is related to the civics topic of social. Now in this particular chapter we are going to study about this particular points. This is the introduction of the chapter, that is Parliament. The second topic, that is how is Lok Sabha formed. The third one, how is the ruling party formed. Fourth one, Rajya Sabha, and the fifth one, that is the sessions of the Parliament. Now we all are familiar that many of the European countries, that is French, Dutch, Portuguese, Britishers, they all came to our country India with the intention of the trade. But slowly and gradually they started ruling in our country India. The reason behind just having the intention of the trade, they started slowly and gradually ruling system in our country India. The particular reason behind the particular ruling system in our country India, that we the people only. During the early ages we don't have unity among the people of our country India. The rulers, that was sultans, mughals, rajputs, and many more, were fighting with one another, and the reason behind that was the European countries ruled in our country India. But most probably the Britishers, by establishing in the year 1600 CE, they just established the British East India Company in England. Later on, after 8 years, that was in the year 1608, they came to our country India with the intention of the trade, but slowly and gradually they come to realize that among the people of our country India, we don't have unity, and with the policy of divide and rule, they started ruling in our country India. With the Battle of Plassey, by defeating Siraj-ud-Dowla, they started the political power in our country India, and later on, after this particular so many years, they started in the year 1757, not 1857, 1757 was the turning point for the Britishers to have the political power in our country India. And after the failure, that was the revolt of 1857 till 1947, for 90 years they ruled in our country India, and more than 200 years they stayed in our country India and took each and every possible advantages from our country India. So in the year 1947, that was 15th August 1947, we got independence. That was on 15th August 1947. We got independence from the hands of the Britishers. Later on, instead of having the individual ruling system, we started the parliamentary, the democratic parliamentary system in our country India. And from that day onwards, from the year 1947 till in this 21st century, we are still having the democratic country, where during the early ages, when the Britishers and other people were ruling in our country India, people were never ever focused in our country India. But after the independence in our country India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, along with prominent leaders, just gave the surety that when we got in just India in our hands, India was being divided into 562 princely states. Later on, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel just convinced all the princely states to get united into the Indian Union, and with the surety that people will always be on the focus. And still also, after the independence, that was on 15th August 1947, still also in our country India, people are always in the focus. People, by the people, for the people, to the people. Every 5 years we are getting the citizen of the nation in a democratic country. We are always getting a chance to elect our representative to run the government. So now let us start that what is parliament. Now here, the Indian parliament formed post-independence, that is after the independence. What I said about the people is the symbol of the trust of the people of India. During that time, when after the independence, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel gave the surety to the ruling, the princely state, that if you are getting united in the Indian Union, you are your people and you are going to be the focus in the government. decision making in a democracy are people's concern and their participation. Whenever after the independence any of the decision is being taken by the government, always it is being just a concern with the people and with the participation. If any rules and regulations we are not liking, then we have got that much right to oppose against the government in the judiciary. Now the third point. Parliament comprises of the elected representative of the nation, thus it represents the people. So, Parliament is complete and important authority in the government. Now, Parliament is being divided into two parts and that is being handled by the President. President is the main person who is handling the Parliament. Parliament is being divided into two parts, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is having 545 members in which 26 seats is being allotted to the Gujarat. Now in Rajya Sabha there are 250 members in which 11 seats is being allotted to Gujarat. So here it is being said Lok Sabha, the another name of Lok Sabha is lower house and Rajya Sabha another name is the particular upper house. Now what are the functions of the Parliament? Parliament is the particular institution which gives the guidance to the government how to work out and just always have the forming of the laws, and also it's a work of the Parliament to implement that particular rules and regulations which is being done by the constitution. And apart from that, whenever there is a need of any of the guidance in any of the particular system of our government, always the Parliament is working out for the upliftment of the nation. Now let us study about the next topic, that how is Lok Sabha formed, that is the lower house, which consists of 545 members in which 26 seats is being allotted to Gujarat. Now here Lok Sabha elections are held every 5 years. Every 5 years we are having this chance by the government to elect the representative who is going to run the government. Now the elections for the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assembly are conducted in the same way. Every 5 years the members are being elected by the people of our country India by having the voting system, by having the election every 5 years. When again the new elections is being done, every 5 years it is being dissolved. Now each constituency is represented by one elected member in the Parliament. The candidates who contest for the seat in the Parliament are usually active in various political parties. Always they should be the particular part of the Parliament and the Lok Sabha, they should be always active in the particular various political parties, which is always been done for the benefit of the people. Now here all these elected members collectively form the Lok Sabha. After the election, the majority of the party who is winning with the majority of the votes, they are forming the Lok Sabha. Now what are the functions of the Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha forms laws for the subject like union list and concurrent list. Members of Lok Sabha get information regarding state administrative by asking questions to the different types of ministers who are forming the council of the ministers. Now here, the third one, members review government's work and put a control on it. The fourth one, without permission of Lok Sabha, government can neither spend a single rupee nor can impose new taxes. Now the fifth one, if the members are not satisfied with the work done by the government, they can force it to resign. So here it is being said, as the Rajya Sabha is the upper house, in the same way Lok Sabha play a very vital role in the Parliament, because all the representatives who are always connected with the people, they are always with the Lok Sabha, and whenever the new decisions to increase a single rupee, to have any of the changes in the Parliament, the Lok Sabha has always been given the information for that particular thing. So here we have studied about how the Lok Sabha is formed and what are the of the. Now let us study about the next topic, that is how the ruling party formed. Now here already we have studied about the Lok Sabha. After the election of Lok Sabha, party-wise list of all the members of the parliament is formed. From this list, it becomes clear that how many members from each political party are there. After having the winning of after the election, the particular party, the particular areas which are having the majority of the winnings, they are just forming the ruling party. If any party wants to form the government, if any of the party, BJP, Congress or Aam Janata Party wants to just form their own government in the political as a ruling party in the Indian constitution for 5 years, then there should be a majority of elected members from the party. So if they want to become any of the party in our country, India, wants to become the ruling party, then their whole party should win with the majority of the votes. After the election, the main leader of the party, which has a clear majority in the parliament, is appointed as the Prime Minister in the Lok Sabha. After the election, when the election is being completed, after having the counting of the voting and of the election, the particular party who wins with the majority of the vote, that particular main leader is considered to be the Prime Minister for the particular country for 5 years. And now what is the work of the Prime Minister? After being declared with the majority of the votes in the Lok Sabha, Prime Minister always used to form the Council of Ministers. So here the point is that Prime Minister selects other minister from the members of his own party, not from the other party. This way the Council of Ministers are formed. Minister and Prime Ministers take all decisions together. Now what is Rajya Sabha? Already we have studied about Lok Sabha, how the ruling party is being formed. Now let us study about the Rajya Sabha. Now here, the elected members of Legislative Assembly elect the members of the Rajya Sabha. Now Lok Sabha, every 5 years when the election is being held and the authority is given to the people of our country India to elect the representative to run the government, Lok Sabha always dissolve after 5 years. Every 5 years there is the new Prime Minister with the majority of the votes. He or she becomes the Prime Minister. But Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. It never gets dissolved. Now here, there are total in Lok Sabha there are 545 members, but in Rajya Sabha there are 250 members. Out of 238 members are elected, while 12 members are nominated by the President of India. 1/3 as Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha every 5 years get dissolved, but Rajya Sabha never get dissolved. Every 2 years, 1/3 of the members of Rajya Sabha retired every 2 years and the new members are inducted. So the 12 particular members, 1/3 part of the members who are being retired from the Rajya Sabha, they are on the another side being just appointed by the or elected on that particular place, and because of that only Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house, while Lok Sabha always dissolved after every 5 years when the people are having the chance to elect the representative to run the government. Now let us study about the functions of Rajya Sabha. Now Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. 238 members are being just elected and 12 are being selected by the President. Every 2 years, 1/3 of the members are being retired. In the same place, the another one is being appointed. Now what are the functions of Rajya Sabha? It represents the state of our country. It can propose a bill. It is important to have the consent of Rajya Sabha before passing any bill. And the fourth one, it reviews the bill passed by the Lok Sabha. First of all, the bill is always discussed in Lok Sabha, then it is being passed in Rajya Sabha, and then it is being sent to the President of the nation. Now the next topic, the sessions of the Parliament. Whenever there is a session is going to be started, the question hour is always being decided by the president. When the session is going to be started and when the session, president never goes in the meetings of this Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but when the meetings are going to be started, when it is going to be completed, is being done by the president. Now here, when the parliament is in the session, at the beginning itself of the day, the time for the question hour is decided upon. Now in the particular session in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, question hour plays a very important role, because the reason behind that is, as the ruling party is important and most important part to run the government, in the same way the opposition party plays a very vital role to run the to know the particular loopholes and the negative points and the working of the ruling party. So here it is being said, during the question hour, the members of the parliament, that is the opposition party, ask question to gather information on the working of the government. Through the medium of questioning, members draw attention of the government. So as ruling party is most important and integral part of the parliament, in the same way the opposition party play a very vital role, and the reason behind is government was able to know about the working of the government by the question hour when being asked by the opposition party in the particular sessions of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now the last topic of this particular chapter, that is president. Now president is the most important and integral part of the parliament who handles the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. A bill that has been passed by both the houses can be on law after this signature. Always the first bill is being discussed in Lok Sabha, then it is being forwarded in Rajya Sabha, and after that particular discussion in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, president is going through that particular bill, and after his sign only the bill becomes a law. Now here it is being said that president never moves towards the particular meetings of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but what the things are happening in this particular Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is being just said to president. Now the particular Lok Sabha who is being addressed, the Lok Sabha, that is known as the speaker, and the particular Rajya Sabha is being addressed by the chairman, that is the vice president of our country India. Now let us have a short recap of the things which I have explained you in this particular chapter. Now we have studied about the parliament. Before the independence in our country India, many European countries came to our country India, that was Portuguese, French, Dutch, Britishers, who just came to our country India with the intention of the trade. But slowly and gradually they come to realize and notice that we don't have unity among the people of our country India. They started ruling in our country India. The most European country who just got benefit, advantage from our country India, that were the Britishers. In the year 1757, in the Battle of Plassey, after defeating Siraj-ud-Dowla, Britishers started political power in our country India, and after 100 years, that was in the year 1857, with the revolt of 1857 being defeated by the people of our country India, they started the crown system, the ruling system in our country India. But after the independence, that was on 15th August 1947, when we got India from the hands of the Britishers, India was being divided into 562 princely states. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and along with all the leaders just convinced the people that if we are going to get united into the Indian Union, the people will always on the focus. And from 1947 till we are, the people are always in the focus. Now parliamentary in our country India, we are having the democratic parliamentary, where by the people, for the people and to the people is there. In the parliament, the main person is the president, which is just handling the two Sabha, that is Lok Sabha, lower house, Rajya Sabha, that is the upper house. In Lok Sabha, there are 545 members, in which 26 seats is being allotted to Gujarat, while in Rajya Sabha 250 members, in which 11 seats is being allotted to our Gujarat. Now Lok Sabha, every 5 years when the election is being held, every 5 years the particular party with the the majority of the votes become the Prime Minister, and after becoming the Prime Minister, he or she just meet the Council of the Minister, and every 5 years Lok Sabha get dissolved after the election. So every 5 years there is the new president who is handling the Lok Sabha. Now in the comparison with the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house. 238 members are being elected and 12 are being selected by the president. Now in Rajya Sabha, where every 2 years 1/3 of the members are being retired from their post, in the same time the new are being appointed. So Lok Sabha get dissolved every 5 years, while Rajya Sabha never get dissolved. Because of that only, that is known as the permanent house. Now about the president. President is a person who is handling everything, never goes to the meetings in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but when to start the question hour, when the session is going to start, when to have the stop of the session is being decided by the president. First of all, a bill is always discussed in Lok Sabha, then it moves towards the Rajya Sabha, and after the signature of the president, that becomes a law. A Lok Sabha is being addressed to the speaker, and the Rajya Sabha is being addressed to the chairman, who is the vice president of our country, India. So here I am ending with my topic. Thank you and have a nice day.